Hi traders, this is Elite Currency. My name is Chris, and as always, we take a look at the euro dollar and pound dollar. But before we do that, take a look at our ECS free indicators right here, Forex CFD indicators for free. We got a lot of good ones: moving average, special moving average, the basic Wiz tool, and also the basic Camarilla are part of that, but also a lot more, as you can see at the bottom. So if you're looking for free indicators, check out this page. All right, first of all, the euro drama continues with a lot of correction and a lot of choppiness. In fact, prices staying very tightly in this falling wedge pattern, and last week was not an exception. Last week's high and low staying within the low and high of the week before, although the candle was bearish. Basically, it's an inside candle. So a lot of indecision here as we look at the euro dollar, and both a reversal, a bullish reversal, or a bearish breakout continuation is possible. If we look at the daily candle, I was indicating that a candle like this could be a reason for a bearish continuation, although Friday, as we mentioned, was a holiday in many countries, so not much price action was expected, and indeed the high and low was only 20 pips. So with that said, with this candle though, although the weekly is a little bit question mark, that this daily candle is pretty good. So if on the hourly chart we do get a little bit of correction, don't forget that the market opens in normally corrective territory with the Asian session, especially with the euro dollar. I would expect price to make some correction like this first. Then if it breaks below the 21 EMA, it could be a break of a bear flag, and there could be some downside continuation based just on this momentum. Typically, we get a follow through. What would be the target? If we put a fib from the bottom to the top like this, then what we typically look for is the next fib, because ultimately this swing is still dominant, this bullish swing. And the next target would be the 78.6 fib at 112.13. It could also even go to the 88.6 fib at 112. But ultimately, these could still be bounce and even reversal spots. So if there is a trade to the downside, if we do get something like this, a bearish correction and then a breakout to the downside, then I would not aim further than these two fibs, because at that point, I would be looking for a bullish candlestick pattern, a reversal candlestick pattern potentially to the upside. And if we get that, it might be even worth trading the reversal to the upside. So there's not a lot of space between, let's say, 112.50 and 112.13 before you get the breakout. You got maybe 30 pips left if you're lucky. So very tight zone, but based on this momentum, I would expect an A, B, C correction to take place. And then there's a very good chance that price might reverse and bounce here. Now, if it doesn't, what I'm looking for basically is, by the way, one more thing before I move to a higher time frame here. You can also put a fib from here to here, right? And the 38.2 fib could be a bouncing spot, by the way, for that ABC zigzag at around 112.63. All right, I just wanted to add that. But if it does break below the 78 and 88.6 fibs that I just mentioned, and we don't get a reversal at 112, what I'm looking for as a confirmation is a daily candle that can close below 112, maybe 111.80 even. And in that case, with the close near the low, in that case, we have a good chance of a downtrend continuation. I will look for a bear flag later this week or next week, and then look for a continuation to the downside. All right, so that would be the typical break pullback continuation play for the euro dollar if we get this continuation. If price, however, makes a pullback, falls, but then we see a daily candle that ends up somewhere here, that would look more like a close and reverse, and that would indicate more like a bullish reversal back to the upside. In that case, it could be that this is still a larger reversal going to take place, maybe up to the trend line, but even maybe further up to 115. All right, so depends all about the reaction at 112. For the moment, I think upside, downside is likely, but then will it break or will it bounce, basically? And I think the best way to figure that out is by looking at this daily chart. If for whatever reason this downside doesn't happen, if we don't get a bear flag and downside, and we get a big momentum to the upside, I don't expect that, but if we do that, if we get that, then I would look for a bull flag after the break of the 144 EMA, and look for the break of the bull flag, and then we should see an upside continuation. I would not trade this upside because I don't think that I don't expect that momentum to happen. But if it does, I expect corrective price action. But if we do see strong bullish momentum like this, breaking above the 144 EMA at 112.70, then a flag, then I would be willing and interested in trading this to the upside. All right, enough on the euro dollar, I guess. Let's take a look at this pound. And basically, pound dollar had a pretty strong weekly candle, as you can see here. All right, there we go. You can see the close is near the low, so the bears are definitely in control of this of this candle. And I was looking at my template name, and you can see that it's basically challenging the 130 support zone. Now it is in a descending wedge at this moment, and it could break to both sides. The fact of the matter is that price is right at that support level. Ultimately, I'm looking for a break of this wedge before I'm going to trade it. So for the daily chart, I'm looking for a daily candle below 129.50. Look for a flag on the hourly chart and look for a continuation. For the break to the upside, same thing. Look for a close, preferably above probably 131 or 131.30. Look for a flag on the hourly chart and look for a continuation higher. That is what I'm waiting for this pattern, for this corrective pattern to basically break and show which direction it's going to break, and if the break is indeed good or is it a false break. All of that we can see with the daily candle, I believe. Now on the 4-hour chart, I might be willing to trade it even to the upside if it breaks above the 144 EMA and we get a flag and then a continuation. Could be okay. To the downside, maybe although I'm not sure 129.50. I would probably rather wait for the daily candle on the downside break, personally. But the upside break, I would be okay with a 4-hour break above 131. Look for a flag and continuation. All right, so that's about it from the pound perspective. Very choppy, very corrective. Most of the currency pairs are at this moment, but hopefully that will change soon or in the second part of this April month. All right, so that's the kind of analysis we have for Monday. Of course, Tuesday, we got a new euro dollar and pound dollar coming up with updated analysis. And in the meantime, enjoy the weekend and check out this link, elitecurrency.com, with free indicators to download all of these for free and use them for your trading. Wish you good trading and see you soon. Cheers.